good. We come down and it's just begun. Feel the fire as I come undone.
Oh, our mics are on. All right.
I was trying to test for like some low noises.
You know what I do? I blow into it. Yeah. See? But our cover's been blown. So, welcome back to the GSL. We've already seen some very exciting games. Hope you had a good little break.
Yeah.
I got to eat my sandwich.
I actually have
carbohydrates.
a terribly sore throat today.
Yeah, he's a little bit sick.
Terribly sore throat. That's why I'm sounding kind of funny and not doing my best cast ever.
You're all right. You're doing good.
It's not my best ever.
Can't always be your best, Artosis.
I want to be, though.
I know.
That's what I strive for.
Perfection. I think this match is going to be interesting. Look,
yes.
LegalMind, we're going to be blunt here because that's actually our job. LegalMind was terrible.
Yeah, I don't like
the previous
fluff
games.
Stuff, man. He was the worst player.
There's always like that one sensitive nerd that always cries on forums because
how could you say
that about the players?
Just lie to me.
Just lie to me.
No,
make me live in a fantasy world where
there's plenty of commentators out there that lie to you and be like, "This is going to be a very great match."
This game is awesome. And look at this. No, man. Some of these guys make mistakes. Some of the strategies aren't good. This is actually the GSL, which is like the biggest, scariest esports thing in the world.
Yeah.
So we get to be critical of these guys when they don't play well.
Now, one thing I want to point out here: LegalMind. His whole story is so embarrassing. He may have sat down and buckled down, became a good player.
Yeah, I hope he has.
This happened to Son.
Look, we were tough on Son Zenith, and now we've named him the Whack-A-Mole Protoss.
Son had like the most embarrassing things happen to him. Like he would just die in under 10 minutes.
He was like actually like walking into the game and he like slip on a banana peel and then step on a rake and then he like fall on a bench that had wet paint on it.
Yeah. And he became great. He overcame that adversity.
Yeah.
Can LegalMind do the same? Because, this guy was actually, when Slayers first started, this was one of the only guys in Code S without a team, so they picked him up. But is he in the team now? As far as I know, no, he's not. So that is embarrassing, Tasteless.
Now, over here, we have Zenex Byun. This guy's got a great Terran versus Terran game. His TPP is quite good as well. I think
all-around good player.
He's very solid. I wouldn't quite say he's like always Code S. Oh, he's in Code S this time, right?
Yeah.
But I always think of him more as like an up and down matches guy. But he's rapidly improving. He's very confident. He's got what it takes.
He does taste.
The force is strong with this one.
It is. But that's not the interesting guy in this match, in my opinion. We haven't seen LegalMind in so long, man. I really want to see if this guy has improved himself.
It can happen.
Is he the next San Zenith? Or is he the same old LegalMind?
Or is he the old San Zenith?
Yeah.
Let's find out, man. This Super Tournament is turning out to be so exciting.
Super Tournament is a great
little tournament. So much money on the line. It's really all or nothing. You got to get to the finals. Now here is LegalMind. As you can see, he was in Code S, then Code A, and it's kind of faded away into obscurity, but due to the fact that he was in Code S round of 32 way long ago, he does get a seed here in our Super Tournament. More like Super Duper Tournament, Artosis. You don't even know what to say, do you?
No, I don't.
I don't believe he's actually in Slayers anymore either.
No.
That is not a Slayers uniform.
And
so
that's
he's
what
a lone wolf.
I was mentioning earlier, man. That's like, he had the opportunity to be in an amazing team that just fosters the growth of players, Anyone in Slayers becomes a superstar. But here he is. No team. No one's really rooting for him. Except for, obviously his family and friends and stuff. But he's not like a fan favorite. He's not
I'd love to see him beat Byun. That'd be the biggest upset of the day.
That's why I'm actually excited about this match. I think there's a good possibility this guy has put his nose to the grindstone. Because if he didn't, why would he accept this invite to this tournament? He's just like, oh no, I'm still terrible. Why would he even come? So
Maybe he's here
I have
back
this
again to
feeling,
prove
Tasteless,
himself.
like he might actually be good.
Once again, a very common map to eliminate our new map, Belshire Beach. And as you can see, LegalMind eliminating Crevasse, that's a bit interesting. But the map lineup will be Tal'Dirim, Altur, Zelenaga Caverns, and finally, if we do go to the third and deciding match, it'll be on Crossfire.
It's a good map set.
Yep.
I love Tal'Dirim for TVPs.
Yeah, it's great.
It's only one small issue with it, but we'll get into that later.
All right, the countdown started. Will our favorite Byun move on with ease? Or will we have the biggest upset of today? LegalMind take out a player like Byun who's in Code S. We're going to find out here. I'm Tasteless. With me is Artosis. We're Tastosis, the casting Archon, bromancing over our favorite game, StarCraft 2, here at the GSL.
Byun versus LegalMind.
Okay, in the bottom right, we have our very technical Terran player, very competent as well.
Byun.
A lot of people actually in the studio here today, CBN. And now to our underdog, after fading out, but barely having enough points to make it into the Super Pro tournament,
LegalMind.
LegalMind. Very, I guess, litigious guy. It's interesting living in, because Artosis and I are both American. We're from litigious cultures where you move to Korea, it becomes an honor-centric culture. Culture, an honor-centric culture. Interesting to see how different cultures operate. Being a citizen of the world.
Yes, it is so fun, Tasteless, to travel around and learn these things.
Yeah.
It makes me happy. Now, LegalMind, pretty standard opening. Same with Byun. Looks like Byun is quite likely to just go one barracks expand here. It's a pretty safe build.
Well, it is on this map, yeah. But I wouldn't be going one barracks expand against Byun.
Well, he's actually
against LegalMind, because LegalMind, you never know what to expect from this guy.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen him play in a while.
Well, that's the thing. You would, because of that, I would be like, all right, be ready for 4 Warp Gate, be ready for Void Ray Allers.
Right.
Because, well, that's just kind of the way it is.
If I survive the first maybe 7 or 8 minutes, I should win.
But that's so predictable. Again, I'm hoping that LegalMind has really buckled down and got some sick skills and maybe goes for a macro game here. Maybe Byun plays too safe and he gets an edge off of that.
Yeah, imagine that he just gotten a stock route and expanded, Chase the SE, that would be a great build against somebody like Byun.
Definitely. LegalMind has used a lot of his Chrono Boost just on getting probes. Hasn't really used them on anything else, so I don't think he's going to rush.
We did see, we see a proxy pylon though.
Oh,
so he's probably going to make a Stargate. Probably.
I think it's just going to be gateways, but
maybe. Maybe he just
proxy
wants
a couple
pylons.
No, I guess it's a warp and pylon.
Warp gate rush. It's a warp and pylon. Just getting it out a little bit sooner.
He really didn't use many chronos on his
and that's
7X
interesting. He makes one gateway.
He wants to make it look like it is a 3 warp gate expand, which is a pressure build, rather than a 4 warp gate all in.
You're right, Artosis.
Yep. Byun is getting 3 barracks, getting that tech lab up, but he's going to need bunkers. No question about that. He's going to hopefully need a lot of bunkers. Second gas going up for LegalMind. Very weirdly timed 4 gate. Everything about this build is just timed a little bit wonky.
I respect LegalMind for doing this.
Do you?
Yeah, well, because it's one of these builds where, he knows Byun has got more practice and is essentially going to win a late game. So yes, he engineered a strategy that's so unique that Byun can't quite be ready for it.
Oh, 5
This is
gate.
a 5 warp gate rush.
He might actually be going Zealot Sentry.
Well, it's good against something where you have a bunch of bunkers, but the force field's behind the bunkers.
Yeah, Zealot Sentry is actually something you can do. You can support 5 gates off of those units.
You can't go Zealot Stalker. You just can't actually support that with that many gateways. Sorry, guys.
Can't do it.
Sorry. That's life.
Yeah, I can. They send a replay. It's like, dude, you're not keeping your warping cycles tight. I don't know what you want me to say. All right, so the 5 warp gates are ready, Tasteless. A second bunker is going up. Byun is getting ready. He scans, and that looks kind of like a normal main.
Well, he did see the chrono boost on the warp gate. That's the tell.
Definitely there's going to be at least pressure Byun knows. This is not going to be any fun for him, man.
No, it's
not. Here they come. Here they come.
He needs to actually have the SCVs repair in the front with this thing.
Yeah,
Force fields, even though the Zealots will kill the SCDs. Actually, ideally, you probably want to have the SCDs just block, not even repair.
Legal Mind pulling back, taking some damage on one Zealot. And just waiting for that pylon to finish so he can warp some units in. Legal Mind, come on. There you go. More sentries, more Zealots.
You know, I would think in this
And
kind
he
of
supply
situation,
capped himself.
it would probably be best to make barracks and wall yourself in against this.
Yeah, that's quite true. It's mostly Zealots. And here we go. Nice stop position on the SCVs so that the Zealots will not attack. Beautiful move by Byun. And will he be able to hold, though? Legal Mind still has quite a bit of
he's
sentry
got a
energy.
lot of stuff here.
Yeah, he does. But beautiful. Again, the stop position on these SCVs. Totally outsmarting Legal Mind in that way.
If
But
he
now,
gets just one or two more Zealots, well, no, there's not enough SCVs now.
oh my God, Tasteless.
But there's one more bunker here.
Dealing a lot of damage to the army of Legal Mind, but more and more Zealots do in fact warp in.
He did get that bunker repaired a little bit more. More SCVs.
Oh my God, and down this bunker. No, the bunker's gonna stay. And this is getting huge, Tasteless. These Zealots are gonna want to start
Can't
targeting down
tell
more
who's actually
SCVs.
going to survive this.
It's hard
It's like
saying.
all about this bunker.
And
he's doing-
Byun's supply is plummeting, Tasteless.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of workers here.
The bunker still remains, though, and down it goes finally.
And that's it, GG.
Oh my
Man.
God.
All right, guys, if you want to know how to stop that, you actually need to make 2 barracks at your entrance. You see Zealots and sentries, you make 2 barracks, just make a bunch of Marines because
Well, that's the thing. Walls are so good against Zealots.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why people don't do rushes like that a lot.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Byun didn't respond that way. I mean, you just wall in, and then you're like, all right,
You have to be a really quick thinker. You have to be like Tasteless.
you got to be
level
doing
brain.
sick cases builds.
Yeah. Wow, Byun cannot be happy. He cannot be happy with that. That is like, he just lost to a 5 Warp Gate Rush from Legal Mind. Now, I'm not
Wow.
saying Legal Mind's still bad. It's hard to say. That's a very interesting strategy to choose. And he definitely tricked Byun a little bit. So, we're going to have to see. Is he going to pull out a Macroam? Is he going to cheese again? I think we're going to see this game from Byun a very safe play. Maybe 2 barracks into an expansion.
Yeah,
A little
I
pressure.
think so.
Yeah, do something very safe.
I can't believe he didn't wall in with the barracks.
I can. That's like a hard thing to think of. What if there's a bunch of stalkers? Suddenly you're like, oh,
But yeah, there's only one stalker. Well, I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
The next map is going to be Zelnaga Caverns. Byun probably, you can see actually in his face the different
stressed
kind
out
of
right now,
emotion that
man.
he's feeling. I mean, he was actually smiling to himself,
he's livid.
but now he's actually,
His lip is trembling.
he is actually ready. Legal Mind's got to be happy with that, but you know, you can only do that strategy once. So we're going to go into game number 2.
Watch him
Byun
do it again.
against Legal Mind. That would be hilarious,
He
man.
says you can only do it once. He's like, I'm Legal Mind.
Then like it doesn't work, and the third time he does it like again, and it doesn't work. He's like, no. Okay, the countdown has started. Byun against Legal Mind. Are we going to see the biggest upset of today's matches? Quite possibly the biggest upset of this entire bracket.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's find out here. Head to head, Byun against Legal Mind. Byun needs to come up with something a little bit safer than we saw. Legal Mind is going to have to come up with some more stuff.